one of the things I want to first discuss is that seasons come and they go. And seasons in Scripture are related to actually the seasons of our environment. What I mean by that is we all know that there's actually 4 seasons. Whether we get them all or not doesn't make any difference. There are still 4 seasons. And in each season, wherever you're located, I'm talking about geographically, there's certain things that happen there. You can have 4 seasons, which means you have actual spring, summer, fall, and winter, and it relates to climate, and it relates to foliage, and etc. But it also relates to, planting seasons as well. And so Jesus often related in his parables about seasons relating to what the natural eye can see and what you actually experience. But the cool thing about seasons is they end. You don't always have spring. You don't always have summer. And you don't always have winter. And even in places where it doesn't even get cold, they still experience changes in their environment because of either bugs or because of, plants or whatever. So God designed our physical world and our spiritual world to be made up of seasons. I often laugh, and I call them seasons, but I call them lives, actually. I feel like I've lived at least 8 or 9 lives already. And what I mean by that is there's situational changes in my life that just totally changed, And so I think you can relate that too. If you look back, you can think about when you were a first believer and how different you are today. Maybe if you entered into marriage, what that brought when you had children, or you didn't have children. Regardless, seasons come and go. Would you agree? So a season is a limited time. And usually that season there's a growing in that season. It may not look like the other seasons, but nonetheless, it's a growing season. And in every season, we really need to trust God with whatever. Now, if I was a farmer back in the day, I had to trust God with what that season or environment would bring to me for my harvest. Sometimes it worked out and sometimes it did not. But regardless of that, the one thing that always stayed stable is that you needed to trust God, no matter what the season brought.